Hello everyone, welcome back. My name is Mr. Cobalt, and in this video I'm going to be going over a few problems regarding sig figs. How do we determine the number of significant figures in a value that we're given? But before that, just let me remind you to like this video, hit the like button, share the video with your friends, subscribe to the channel, and put a comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think or if you have any questions. And with that out of the way, let's get into this. All right, so here I have several values, and we're going to determine what the number of significant figures are in each of these values. And so the thing to remember are the rules for significant figures. And there's three main rules. The first rule is regarding the trailing zeros, or the zeros that are far to the right of your number, so far to this end. Any zeros that are on this end to this end of your number on the right hand side, those are going to only be significant if there is a decimal point. If there's no decimal point, they're not significant. That's the first rule. The second rule, what about the leading zeros? Those are the zeros far to the left of your number, all the way at the beginning of your number rather than at the end of your number. What do we do with those zeros? In that case, zeros that are to the left, all the way to the left at the beginning of your number, are never significant. You never count them. And then the third rule is, what about those zeros that are sandwiched in between two non-zero numbers? And those are always significant. So those are the three rules. The first rule, the trailing zeros on this side are only significant if there's a decimal point. Zeros on this side of your number are never significant. And then zeros that are sandwiched between two non-zero numbers are always significant. So with that, let's go ahead and look at these numbers. All right, so one thing you want to know about scientific notation, anytime that you're given a number in scientific notation, all the numbers that they give you, all the digits here are automatically assumed to be significant. But so if we look at this, we'd have 1, 2, 3. So this would be 3 sig figs. In addition to that, we could use the sandwich rule as well. So you can see that this 0 is sandwiched between two non-zero numbers. So that 0 is significant. Non-zero numbers, 1 through 9, are always significant. So here we have 3 sig figs. So let me use a different color. So here we got 3 sig figs. All right, what about this number here? All right, so what did I say? I said zeros at the beginning of your number. These are your leading zeros, zeros that are far to the left. These are never significant, right? So we're going to ignore these. So these zeros, not significant. Well, what about the 0 at the end of the number? These are your trailing zeros. So the 0 all the way to the end of your number, this 0 right here, only significant if there's a decimal point. Do we have a decimal point? Yeah, it's right there. We have a decimal point right there. So that means that this is significant. So we're going to count that. And then we have these 3 non-zero numbers. So those are significant. So the total number of sig figs for this value is 4. So we have 4. Okay. So what about this number here? So we have the 1 and the 7. Those are significant. And again, we have these two numbers, these trailing zeros at the end of your number. Is that significant? So let me make sure that the decimal point is visible here. So here we have 2 zeros, trailing zeros. We have a decimal point. And what is the rule? If you have a decimal point, those trailing zeros at the end of your number are significant. So these are significant. And so we have 4 sig figs. So here, 4 sig figs. What about this one? Here, it's in scientific notation again. All the digits that you're given at the beginning of your number in scientific notation are significant. We only have 1 here, so that means there's only 1 significant figure. And we also know it's significant because it's an 8. numbers 1 through 9 are significant. So that is significant. So that's going to be one significant figure. Coming up to here, the 0 here we see is sandwiched between the 8 and the 5. And again, what do we say about sandwiched zeros? They're always significant. So this one is significant. All of these are non-zero numbers, so those are all significant. So we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is 7 significant figures. Okay, so the next three deals with the confusion. So we'll see what we do here. So here for F, remember the zeros at the end of your number are only significant if there's a decimal point. So here we do not have a decimal point. So that means that those zeros are not significant. So those are not significant. So the only significant figure is the 3. So that would be one significant figure. Here we have 301. The 0 is stuck between the 3 and the 1. So that 0 is significant. So this is 3 sig figs. And finally, notice the difference here and here. F, no decimal point. H, we now have a decimal point. So 300 decimal point. Is that significant? Yes. The zeros at the end of your number, the trailing zeros at the end of your number are significant if there's a decimal point. So these are significant. So we have 3 sig figs here. So notice here, only 1 sig fig. Here we have 3 sig figs. So that decimal point is really important. So watch out for that. Okay, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope this was helpful. And if you, again, like this video, hit the like button, do the comment in the comment section, subscribe to this channel, share the video. Let me know what you think. And thanks for joining me. Have a great day.